So when it comes to betting strategy, there's only really one thing that actually works. The reason for it is based on facts, maths and probability. It's the very same reason that Bet365's annual revenue was 2.98 billion in 2019. They've got you all looking in the wrong direction. You see, it doesn't matter if you pick a winner 8 times out of 10, spot a horse with a good turn of foot, or even find a football team with new up-and-coming players. All of these things are what the traditional media will have you focus your attention on, and it's completely wrong, as I'll prove to you in this week's YouTube upload. But it's not all doom and gloom, because when you know how, betting strategy is incredibly simple, especially when you consider all of the tools and technology that's now available to bettors online. So in this video, I'm going to explain what makes a successful betting strategy and where you can find value for yourself. All the pros know it as fact. The simplest way to explain is for an example. Imagine a 2-horse race where both horses are of equal ability. Nothing separates them. The law of probability dictates each horse's chance of winning is 50%, like a coin flip. No matter how many times we rerun the race, the average winning distribution is 50%. Now, why am I telling you this? Because at the core of every successful betting strategy, there's probability, or implied chance as it's sometimes referred to. Knowing the implied chance is the most accurate way to gauge if betting odds are value or not. It doesn't matter if you choose the right horse 4 times out of 5 in the example if you weren't getting value. The short-term results would be random distribution, but over the long term, you'd lose. It's a fact. The true payout is in line with probability. This is exactly why bookmakers make so much money. Simple maths. They take the probability of something happening and convert the price into betting odds, and then offer you a lower one. So to have a successful betting strategy, you must do the complete opposite. It's the only thing that works. This of course leads us to the most important question. How do you identify value? But before I do, I'd like to ask you a favour. If you find this video of use, tap the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. So how do you identify value for your betting strategy? First, you need to know the implied chance of an outcome, or true odds as it's sometimes referred to, but this can be a problem as it's a complicated task, so I'd suggest a far quicker and easier way, a well-documented phenomenon based on the law of averages. Being close to the event start is also important as it provides the most efficient result with a larger data sample. This is only the first part though, as it will give you a good indication of true price. Then you need to find a bigger price on that outcome. By doing this, you'll massively increase the amount you win. The more you do it, the more you'll win. A quick example to illustrate that would be, if your selection's got a 25% chance of winning, the odds should be 4.0. If you get the 20% price, even though your bet has a 25% chance of winning, that's a 5% profit margin over the long term. So if you bet £10 at 4.0 over 100 sample bets, you'd more than likely break even with 25 winning bets of £40, totaling a £1,000 return, which is of course the same amount you staked in the first place, 100 bets at £10. Now, if we take the same sample and add in our 5% margin, the result is as follows. £10 at 5.0 over 100 bets, you get 25 winning bets of £50, totaling a return of £1,250. But you need to remember, you only risked that same £1,000 in the previous example. It doesn't take rocket scientists to realise that's £250 value for you. So once you know the true price and find one of value, we move to staking, because that's another part of the puzzle. But stakes must be relative to value. If there's a bigger margin, stake bigger. It's simple. Like a business, if you had a product with a bigger margin and there's opportunity to do so, you should work hard to sell more of those items. Doing the opposite is just plain stupid. Remember, everything's about price, not the horse, team or player. They're pretty irrelevant. The easiest way to find value is in change. One of my favourite quotes hits the nail square on the head. In times of change, learners inherit the earth, while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. Successful betting strategy is no different. The number one thing you don't want to do is make decisions based on gut feeling or fancy. Talking of which, check out these 2 videos that are previously published on this YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe.